This video is going to be an in-depth tour of my gaming computer that I built myself. So this rig is about, I don't know, a year old since I built it. Most of the components came from Newegg, which is the primary place where I buy all my computer hardware. Awesome site, good customer service. And yeah, first off is the case. Really nice case. Simplistic design, very cheap too. It's a budget case, Fractal design, Core 1000. It's their micro ATX case. You can see there, it's all steel, not aluminum, and plastic. The front bezel is all plastic. See the LEDs here. The reset. 2 USB ports, headphone and microphone jacks, and a big metal power button. I installed a NZXT Sentry 2 fan controller. It's really nice. Like I said before in my previous video, there's no temperature probe since I pulled them out of that circuit board, so because they weren't really that accurate. That's the only bad thing about this fan controller, or fan controllers in general. The probes aren't accurate. They like to jump around a lot, and they look kind of messy inside the case. So I decided to take them out. I have 2 fans connected. You can switch them by selecting this moving fan, like that. It also makes a beeping noise. I disabled that for now. You see, like there, front intake fan is around 40% since it's pretty loud at full speed. It's a scythe fan. It's like around 110 CFM, so it's very high flowing. Second fan is my Arctic fan in the exhaust area. It's very silent, so I put it at 80%. And that's all the fans I have right now. You control the speed of the fans via this area. And you can also shut off the backlight if you're like watching a movie or something, or when you go to sleep, like that. You can turn it back on by touching anywhere. That's pretty cool. And it integrates well into the front panel of the case too. It looks like it was like built for it. The matte black finish matches the matte black of the case, and it sits perfectly flush. Installing it inside the case was no problem. Fractal design logo there, and the NZXT logo right below it. It's like perfect. So you have a honeycomb style grill area, which is very nice, simplistic looking. There's dust filters all around the front as well, so there's no dust getting inside your PC, which is nice. On this side it's perfectly bare on the side panels. Here's the front panel, or the other side panel I took off. It has an option for another 120mm, but I'm not using it. So here's the inside of the case. You can see the cable management I put in it. It's very nice, allows for good airflow. The motherboard tray has no options for any cable management whatsoever since it's so small. But yeah, I managed to tuck all the cables away. You can see here, there's the front intake fan pushing cool air through to the video card, which is nice. And I basically tucked all the extra cables behind this area here, and it hides it quite well. Okay, here's my video card. It's a Asus 660 Ti. You can see the awesome looking heat pipes there, nickel plated. And below that is my Asus Xonar DSX sound card. That's the newest component I just added to my machine. Sound quality is excellent. I noticed a very big difference from the onboard sound I was using before. And I basically zip tied all the cables below there, like the SATA cables, front panel, and the front panel for the sound card as well, all organized below there. There's the main 24-pin cable. An issue I was having when installing a sound card was that there was very tight clearance in between the video card and the sound card, and the fan on the video card was rubbing against the solder points on the sound card. And I also was noticing how the sound card or the video card was bending towards the bottom and not perfectly horizontal. So I put this little screw case that I put all my screws for computer building and put it, and it fits perfectly right under the video card, and it makes it perfectly horizontal. It's nice support for the video card having that. Since the video card is so heavy, it tends to like to bend towards the bottom. So now the fans aren't hitting the sound card anymore, and it's like, yeah. The sound card is also low profile, so it doesn't completely block the fans for the video card, which is nice. This video card has 2 fans, you can see here. This one isn't blocked, which is nice, but yeah, this one's blocked by like a third. Here is the heatsink for my processor. It's a 3770K Ivy Bridge. I don't overclock at all, so the stock heatsink is perfectly fine, adequate. At idles around under 30 degrees Celsius, which is pretty good. Here is an aftermarket Arctic cooling fan. It's 92 millimeters, really quiet compared with the Scythe, which is not that quiet, but it's very high flowing. That's why I have the fan controller to control it. And right beside it are my RAM modules. They are G-Skill Ripjaws, 8 gigs of that. And the motherboard is a AsRock 861M DGS. Awesome budget motherboard. Solid capacitors for CPU power. So yeah, guys. Oh, the power supply. Silverstone. It's 500 watt. It's a pretty big 12 volt rail. 34 amps there. It's adequate supply for the graphics card. Everything runs pretty nicely. Oh, and I have my 2 SSDs here. You can't really see them at all since it's hidden behind this drive bracket. But yeah, they're very low profile. They don't block the airflow at all from the intake. I have an Intel X25M and a Kingston HyperX SSD. They're both 120 gigabytes. The Kingstons I use to store all my games, and the X25M is all the rest of the programs I use in the operating system. See all the wires connected down there, out of the way. So yeah, guys, that is my machine. I love it. Thanks for watching.